These are my five people: my mom, my brother, my dad, and my sisters. Hi, my name is Abe Curry. I'm a freshman, and I'll be giving a speech about social media. Imagine you messaging someone on a social media platform, for them to message you back, and you guys build a connection. When you build that connection, you decide to meet up with that person to only find yourself in a scenario where you can either get robbed, kidnapped, or even killed. These are real life things that happen every single day, and we as humans need to be educated to assure that none of this happens. We live in the technology boom. Statistics from Statistics.com titled U.S. Population with Social Media states, according to estimates, the number of worldwide social media users reached 2.34 billion and is expected to grow to 2.95 billion by 2020. Through technology, social media was born. Social media is my interpersonal communication concept that I studied and learned a lot about. Through the website whatis.com, social media can be defined as collective of online communication channels that are dedicated to community-based input, interaction, content sharing, and collaboration. Social media is very dangerous and does have some positive, but in my opinion, they're mostly negative. I've come to the conclusion that social media can be a dangerous place and has a lot of negative impact on our interpersonal communication skills. Today, social media is used for everything. This includes businesses, entertainment, and even dating. eHarmony shows that 40 million Americans use dating websites, and users range from young to old. Since so many people use dating websites, MTV came up with a genius idea to create a show named Catfish. And the term catfish is used to describe someone who pretends to be someone else online. This person uses a fake identity to fish people in, build a connection, sometimes even get people to fall in love with them for it all to be fake. And this show consists of two young men who travel the country, finding people who build these relationships with people they meet online, get them to meet with each other in person, do their research, and find out it's fake, so they can finally live their lives not living a lie. And they started this show because one of the guys that traveled around the country was actually Catfish. And he learned a lot from it and decided he was going to start this show to help others, to educate others about it, and to put it in perspective that not who you've been chatting with online is who they may seem to be, who they really are. And when they go through these catfishes, you can say, they do three main things to when they go into their investigation. Those three things are, and this will help avoid being catfished too, where ask to FaceTime or Skype the person that you build a connection with, quiz the person on their profile, and run images through image search like Google or ask friends about the images just to see what's going on about it, because people use fake images from other profiles and make them their own. Since then, so social media is used a lot today, and it has some positive effects, like you can have news travel within seconds, you can communicate with people within seconds, and those things are good, but there's also the other side of things that people are not so talked about, and those things are like cyberbullying, where people are getting bullied online because of the picture they post, the things they say, or stuff like that, and then some people end up taking their lives because of it. And other negative impacts are like the fake news. Like, what if the news you hear is fake? We don't really know. You have to do your own research to really find out if the news is real. Another negative effect is the use of because a negative effect is that people can't go around in the streets and do whatever they want, or go to concerts or entertainment, like sporting events, and do whatever they want, because everything is filmed, everything is pictured, it can be within seconds. You are on social media if you're doing something that you were not supposed to be doing. And this happened in real life. And this happened in real life with ex-football star Riley Cooper. He went to Florida. He was a big football star, and ESPN, or source ESPN, talks about how Riley Cooper was at a concert, and he said a racial slur at a concert to a security guard, and the person next to him just videotaped it. And when he videotaped it, he put it on Twitter, and Riley Cooper was fired immediately. It surfaced around the internet, and he was fired immediately. And this comes with that. Another fact I learned from Pew Internet about social media and young adults was that 93% of young people, specifically teens, own a smartphone or have access to one. And this shows that Riley Cooper was caught because someone had a smartphone and he was standing right next to him. And he was famous and had a platform, and it ruined him. He never found a job back in NFL again. The positive, never again. And so I believe that there are more negative than positive outcomes because of the cyberbullying and the fake profiles, and you can't say whatever you want, you can't do whatever you want because of social media, and it starts a lot. And my parents always explained to me when they were growing up that none of this was around, and that since the first iPhone in 2007, really social media and technology really took off, and it continues to build every single day. And we have to educate, we have to make sure we post smartly, we have to make sure we are respectful online, we have to make sure we know what we're doing and we know what we're getting ourselves into, because we can fall a victim of catfish, or like I said, being robbed, kidnapped, and even killed. And I think that's important. In my conclusion, after doing a lot of research, I still do believe that social media has more negative than positive, and we need to be careful. Thank you.
Good job.
Good job, Mom.